You start streaming. All right. Hey, welcome to another episode of Digital Asset Junkies. Here on the Dirty House live stream, we got DeFi Daryus in the house. As always, this is our weekly live podcast live stream. It's basically, they're getting a podcast quality on a live stream. You know what I mean? You watch a lot of these live streams, people are just sitting around. You know, they're not doing anything. So we got this is a real show here. You know what I mean? We got chord-based light changes as always. We got stimulating discussions, conversations. We got good sound. We got good audio.
But we have 10 minutes until we can really, talk like how we want to talk. So.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a 10-minute.
So chill, baby.
Yeah, we're just gonna chill for 10 minutes. Maybe do some music.
Follow me on Twitter. X.
Welcome to the Dirty House.
DeFi
Welcome
Daryus.
to the Dirty House.
All right.
Welcome to the Dirty House. Dirty House.
Also,
Dirty
if you're on
House.
YouTube, actually, this is stream on YouTube, right?
Yeah, this is on this is on YouTube right now.
So, please subscribe, okay? All right.
Dirty.
Digital Asset Junkie TV.
Subscribe to Digital Asset Junkie TV. That's gonna have. I think we're gonna do shorts on there. Are we gonna put shorts on there? Or
Dirty.
we'll have a different house.
I think I'm going to create a Digital Asset Junkie clips.
Oh yeah. So
Digital Asset Junkie live clips.
yeah. And oh wait, so it's not DeFi Daryus on YouTube anymore. It's
It's not. Yeah.
I should stop promoting that.
Yeah. No, it's okay. That's my name.
Oh, that's also it's that on Instagram and
It's on
stuff.
Instagram and X. DeFi Daryus.
That's nice.
Yep. So you guys, please follow me on X, please. I was banned. I was shadow banned. We can't.
He is shadow banned, so you're gonna have to go out of your way to see his posts, but they're
Welcome to
so
the
worth it.
Dirty House.
We'll
Dirty.
be back. Okay, I'll be a good boy. I asked Brock how long. Sometimes they said it varies
Live.
between 7 days to 90 days. So
You asked who?
Grok.
Live.
You don't
Oh,
know
Grok.
man.
Oh no, I thought you said Barack.
Oh.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, I do sometimes. I like to talk to Brock about food.
First
and
name.
stuff,
First name basis with Barack.
That's right.
I've actually met him.
Oh yeah, you got a picture with him, right?
Yeah, it's probably my most
That's your
Best
claim to
picture.
fame.
my what? Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a picture with the sitting president. How many of you have that? You know?
But you got it before he was the president.
Exactly.
Right?
I was with him before all
the
the
blow
Susie come lately. Just like you guys are here with Digital Asset Junkies and here with the Dirty House live stream before the blow up. That's how I was with Obama. Damn, you can't see it with the
Okay. Oh, because of the light.
yeah, because there's a light.
I'm just trying to show y'all the timer, man. We got about 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, 6 minutes, 30 seconds. All right.
6 minutes and 30 seconds.
You know,
we officially start the show.
I'm kind of the tech guy producer, so I'll figure out a high-tech way to...
Kind of the tech guy. He is the tech guy producer.
So I'll figure out a high-tech way to put a timer on here, so every episode we can just see right on the screen here.
Bitcoin's at 103. Hold on, let me check. Hold on.
Oh, you know what? I could check. What am I doing? I got a chart right behind us. That's a live chart, people. That is a live chart. I'll show you. Go down into BTC to USD.
We plugged in.
Let's zoom in. We're at 105,000.
105,000. XRP's at 219. XRP's been dipping and hipping lately, man. What's up? Solana's at 163. And you guys know my baby. I got to talk about my baby. Internet Computer Protocol.
Whoop whoop.
ICP.
Whoop whoop.
We're at $5.16. Oh! If you guys knew what I knew, you guys would be scooping those up.
Oh, you
okay?
know some insider stuff?
I know some insider stuff. I was about to say something, and but yeah, I do have some insider stuff. We got that for you guys a little later on in the live stream.
Really? I didn't know about it. This is breaking news here.
Breaking news, baby. All right, about 4.5 minutes. We're gonna start the show. Yeah, no. Y'all hear them beats?
You want to hear it?
No. I'm asking the live stream. Y'all hear these beats?
Oh, you know what?
That's Keith Dirty on the board. My guy's talking ish and making beats. And not only that, toggling the screen. Oh my gosh. You're the hardest working streamer.
Thank you.
That's your claim to fame, dog.
Thank you. I'm doing a lot of different things, and check out Loop Lounge, Dirty House Loop Lounge, for some reactive art and
Dirty House.
some more tech, some more kind of trippy tech stuff that wouldn't be appropriate for a finance show, but if you're just trying to listen to some jams, listen to some music, and see some trippy visuals, it's getting better daily too, so every stream gets better, so check that out on Twitch or YouTube. I don't really know which one I'm gonna do, but I just do whichever one I feel like it, so you're gonna have to figure out where, but all the old live streams get saved, so you don't even have to watch it live. So check out Loop Lounge on YouTube or Twitch at Real Keith Dirty on both of that. Well, I mean, you're already here if you're watching this on YouTube, so
Loop Lounge.
Check out that live section and click Loop Lounge there. So all right.
Three minutes.
Oh, we also want to make our own cryptocurrency live on stream, but
We're going to make our own cryptocurrency.
We're
live
going
on
to,
stream.
and I know we keep promising that, but we still got to get the wallets and stuff set. We're not going to do that part on stream. We're not going to set up our wallets on stream just so we can get our shit stolen. You know what I mean? So we'll just have the thing ready to go, and then I don't even really know the process of so let's just do a little bit of backstory for anybody who this is the first time joining us on Dirty House Digital Asset Junkies. So my approach to investing is I need the institutions. I need the Black Rocks and whatever, the institutional investors. They need to be on board with an asset before it would be something I would invest in long term. But you're never gonna get the cool sexy gains that gets you a YouTube following when you're just investing in the S&P 500. You know what I mean? But Daryus is more of he's not a crypto maximalist. He's not an ICP maximalist.
Bro, I'm an ICP maximalist, man.
He's an ICP maximalist.
I am.
You heard it here. So there's a couple ICP maximalists.
I'm an ICP maximalist, but I also invest in other tokens as well. But I'm definitely an ICP maximalist.
So, but then you're not a maximalist. If you were a maximalist, you'd only invest in ICP.
Oh, that's
isn't that what a
is.
maximalist is? You taught me what a maximalist is.
Yeah, I guess. I thought a maximalist is just like, okay, that's like my biggest bag, But then I'm kind of lying because I'll be an XRP maximalist if I thought that.
Oh yeah.
So what the fuck? It's been 10 minutes.
All right.
So what the hell?
Do a
Man?
strobe light for the.
So I guess I'm not a maximalist. Welcome to the Dirty House live stream.
Wait, we've only been streaming for 9 minutes and 50 seconds. So.
Oh.
Yeah, we might as well start at the clock because I can see the clock here on the stream. 10 minutes. All right. We're not just gonna do wanton cussing just because we can. But it is good to have that freedom. Now we can talk about it. It's not that we have like.
We gotta be professional, man.
Yeah, well, it's not like we're just like cussing up a storm here, but like the thing is, it's not just words; it's also topics, right? So
exactly.
We want to talk about some real shit, and that's why we do the 10-minute counter because.
So you're saying that if you're a Bitcoin maximalist. That means that you only mess with Bitcoin. So a maximalist you can't have more than one token. You just gotta have one token if you're a maximalist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think maximalist means you only have one thing. That's what maximalist. You're a maximum in one.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Well, I'm not an ICP maximalist. Never mind. Yeah. I think you're right.
I'm an S&P 500 maximalist.
Oh my gosh. Come on, you guys. That's what we're trying to do. We gotta converge, Keith, man. At least be 50-50, bro.
Nah, yeah. Well, honestly, right now, I'm a credit card debt maximalist. But once I get out of credit card debt, I am an
credit card debt. Are you serious? Don't even pay that shit. Just pay one credit card, the most powerful credit card. You ever read Dick Gregory's book? It's called Nigger.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you guys.
Is it good? You know what's crazy? I had a dream about Dick Gregory like a week before he died.
Wow.
And he's not even like a guy I'm a huge, I'm not a huge Dick Gregory fan at all.
Interesting.
I know.
That's a fun fact, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Bro.
I'm not a premonition guy either, so that was like the only...
You guys, I had a dream about, and I'm not, goddamn, I'm probably doing it. I'm not, you had something, well, guess what I had? But it's one of those moments.
Well, yeah, this is what a show, that's what a conversation is.
True that.
It's where you share...
I had a dream about Lenny Bruce, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like recently?
It was weird. No. It was a long time ago. It was like when I was about 28, And the dream was weird. It was like a fucking bird or a hawk. I don't know what kind of bird it was. It was like a hawk or something. You know what I'm saying? And it was like I knew what the hawk was, and it just ran, and I seen that it was me, and it just boom, it hit me in the face. And for some reason, I thought the dream was about Lenny Bruce.
Oh.
Maybe before that happened or whatever. But I just remember like a hawk coming and fucking boom, hit me in the face.
Damn.
It was weird, bro.
Yeah, and you know what's a crazy parallel is Lenny Bruce also couldn't speak freely, right? He was getting jailed and stuff, but...
Absolutely.
So we're kind of like the Lenny Bruce of our day, where for the first 10 minutes, YouTube won't let us,
Exactly. So Dick Gregory, man. So in the book Nigger, brilliant book, by the way. There was a scene where he was stressing over a bill from Sears Roebuck, right? And at that time, Sears Roebuck was like you had pretty good credit if you had a Sears card,
Oh yeah.
So he didn't have money to pay it, and he said once he was like, man, fuck this bill, man. His life became free, man.
Really? They never hunted him down and...
Well, they were trying to, but what can they say?
Yeah, right.
What can they say, dude? You just can't get,
Yeah.
You just can't get no more credit, but...
Yeah, fuck it. You don't need it. I know. I do think about that, but that's... Oh, you know what? This is all hypothetical. If any future credit card agencies are watching this and they're like, this was premeditated. He talked about this back in 2025. This was premeditated fraud.
Damn, they on your ass, huh, Keith?
I did pretty thorough, you know, if you got a podcast. But like,
if y'all watching this, man, if y'all watching this live stream,
if you are watching it, make sure you like and subscribe, you fucking dirtbag, you fucking leeches. At least like and subscribe. I will never ask anybody else to like and subscribe, but if you're watching this to bust me in a legal case or something like that, at least the least you can do is like and subscribe.
Because guess what? We're not scammers, okay? We're not money scammers. We're not emotional scammers. There's a lot of punk ass emotional scammers running around, and you guys gonna get called the fuck out because y'all think y'all tough, man. You know? But there's a lot of emotional scammers. We're not scammers, man. We're just telling you guys to fucking invest your money.
Yeah.
That's it.
And if you do find yourself in credit card debt and you want to get free of it, they can't break your legs. You know what I mean? I guess they could garnish your wages. I wouldn't want my wages garnished. At that point, I might as well just pay it, right? Dude, if they garnish my wages.
Dude, I used to levy people accounts. I used to work, I worked at the bank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I worked at the bank, dude, like for years. 5-6 years. And people used to call, my check was $3,500, but I only got $600. What happened? I go on a computer, levy.
Damn.
Give me that money, bitch.
Damn.
Yeah,
Dirty.
dude. The banks is crazy.
Dirty.
And that's, you know what else is crazy, Keith?
What?
I actually posted on my Digital Asset Junkie TV YouTube page. Please, you guys, go over there. About the banks are fucking done, man.
What do you mean they're done?
So what's going on?
That is some breaking news. If we were about to break that.
Yeah, dude.
Banks?
So the banks are pretty much what banks do. Let's say you go and you deposit your money, right? Let's say you have $5,000. You're like, all right, I have $5,000. I want to deposit $5,000 into my bank account, right?
Yeah.
You deposit your $5,000. Okay. The old way of doing it, they're going to give you a certain account, or they're going to give you a savings account where you can only make 3 or 4 withdrawals per month, or they're going to, charge you money, So you could transfer. The old ways of banking was if they charge you, if you transfer money from your savings account more than 3 times per month, they're going to charge you a transaction fee.
What?
Yeah, that's how they used to do it, So people used to always, and the banks were making big money off that, dude. The banks got sued off of overdraft fees. It was like billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah, you're talking about overdraft?
Yeah. No, not billions and billions, but it was a couple billions of dollars,
And then when anything bad happens, like, we need a handout, we need to get bailed out by the government, otherwise our financial institution is collapsing. Right. Meanwhile, they'll kick an old lady out of our house and not even bat an eye.
Super quick. And a lot of mortgages are bought by banks, So you may think you own a home and made an agreement with your bank that loaned you the money. Meanwhile, the bank that loaned you the money got bought out by another bank that's like, you know what, that agreement ain't shit. So anyways, the world is getting hip about that. So Keith asked what's going on with the banking industry. People are taking their money out of banks. Banks are scams. Banks borrow your money, invest your money, and then they give it back to you at a more inflated price at the end of the day.
Oh yeah,
literally. And
then they beg for taxpayer money, and then they'll kick out that same taxpayer out of their home for not paying a mortgage. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, banks. But anyway, here's the biggest scam, the biggest bank scam, and the Federal Reserve. I'm sorry if I'm gonna get this channel blacklisted or whatever by talking about this. I mean, I shouldn't be saying this, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it. All right, the Federal Reserve is a private bank. It's a private bank, people. So, when you think, oh, it's the Federal Reserve. It's federal. That means it's the government. Now, it's as federal as Federal Express. It's owned by a bunch of private bankers, private banking families, and it's totally it's not needed. It's written in the Constitution that the American government has a right to print our own money. And I believe Thomas Jefferson even said, if ever there comes a day where we hand over the power to print money to private banking institutions, we will wake up to find our sons and daughters living on the streets with not enough food to buy egg and bread with. Or, not enough money to buy egg and bread with, and look at what is happening now. This only happened since the freaking 1930s or something like that. We've only had the Federal Reserve since like the 1930s. So,
ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did.
The 1930s.
Yeah, you know what? I probably shouldn't say this, but I think that it was. Well, look into this. You know what? Let's look into this. Let's do some fact checking. I would like to know the exact year and what other world events that lined up with. I would be interested in knowing that. But yeah, it's not. Look it up. It's not a. It's a private bank. I mean, it's ridiculous. But yeah, but. Well, let's just look what year it was created. We can figure out what major events was going on in, 1949 or whatever.
1913.
1913, okay. And was that right after the Great Depression? Woodrow Wilson, but basically 1913. So, for the most prosperous years of America, no Federal Reserve, right? Like when we went from being the zero country to the number one country, no Federal Reserve.
Okay, Woodrow Wilson became president March 1913. So Woodrow Wilson was probably part of that scheme.
Yeah, that guy was really all kinds of evil. Woodrow Wilson.
The 17th Amendment was also ratified in 1913, established the direct election of U.S. senators by popular vote.
How was it before? That seems wild at times. Well, I mean, that was a good thing. I think that was a good one.
And so there's something that was called the Panic of 1907. So it was a deeply shaken confidence in the banking system and led to the Aldrich Plan, which influenced the creation of the Federal Reserve. Ford Motor Company introduced the movie assembly line in 1913 as well, revolutionizing the industrial car production. Okay. So now the plot thickens.
Mm-hmm.
So around this time, there was tensions in Europe where rising rapidly. The assassination of Arch Franz Ferdinand, which sparked World War I, would happen just 1 year later. Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know who the hell that is?
He went on to start a great indie rock band.
The Balkan Wars. That was from 1912 to 1913.
So there was turmoil going on in Europe, right? All these established European bankers, rich, these European bankers were thinking, man, we need to really protect our assets, right? We need to have this whole Europe thing might fall apart. We're no longer the number one. We need to create central bank systems.
Exactly.
So we can maintain our regardless of which country is number one, we'll still maintain our wealth, right? By creating these central banks. So look into it, people. It's a private bank, Federal Reserve. There's nothing. When do you remember electing Jerome Powell? Do you remember electing him? No. Yeah, I okay, say what you want about Trump. I'm not a Trump guy, but he doesn't. He wants Jerome Powell fired. He can't even do it. So what does that mean? The sitting president can't. The guy who's supposedly the biggest leader in the country, right? He can't even replace the guy who prints the money for our country. Does that strike you a little odd?
That's odd, man.
That strikes me a little odd. And if we want to go down an even more conspiracy theory hole, because fuck it, why not? We got time, right? What? Oh, wait. You know what? So, we know Trump is a huge, I guess the term is narcissist, right? Where if somebody is not listening to him, he goes crazy, right? He wants everything his way, right? Like, he's a guy, he gets what he wants. He says something, and if they don't comply, he just beats them down. So the fact that he can't get Jerome Powell to step down, he can't control the Federal Reserve, what does he try to do then? He tries to control the stock, because Jerome Powell, he has crazy amounts of power over the stock market. You can see the chart here. I'm not going to do the time now to go back to the last time he spoke, but when he speaks, there's crazy volatility in the markets, in any market, every market you look at. So I think Trump is jealous of the power that the Federal Reserve has, so that's why he says stuff like, we're gonna tariff every country. Ooh, stock market crashes when he says that, right? Then he goes, hey, we're not doing tariffs anymore. Oh, stock market goes up. So now, by doing the tariff stuff, he has the power over the stock market that Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve have. Now Trump has usurped some of that power by his words can control the stock market.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. And I think Donald Trump, he loves shit like that because it's not too serious. Donald Trump, Donald Trump is just a fucking what do you call it? Like a playboy.
Yeah, he's a rich playboy.
He's a rich playboy.
Yeah, I mean, think that he's been famous for like 50 years.
Yeah, dude.
He's one of the longest famous. He's one of the longest famous people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost inevitable he would be president. I'd look at Donald Trump and I'm like, who in our culture right now is the next Donald Trump? And I think it's Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, huh?
I kind of think so.
Shit.
He got famous when the start of the internet thing.
Yeah.
And he's in wrestling now, which Donald Trump was in wrestling about 20, 30 years ago. Right? Donald Trump took a Stone Cold Stunner. And that's why I voted for him.
It's funny you said that. I actually like Logan Paul. There was a scam situation and he handled that shit like a G. It was it really wasn't his fault. And I might be wrong. Maybe it was his fault. I don't know. But he actually handled it well. I have to do some.
Somebody was trying to scam him and he handled it well?
No, he was part of the scam, but it was through like another business,
so he's doing
business
like
person.
A Hawk Tua type thing.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly. But it wasn't. Was it crypto? Should we get into that?
Let's look into it, because also I have a theory that there is a segment of the population out there that enjoys being rug pulled. They like being rug pulled, and because to them it's a sense of pride. Like, I got rug pulled, I got scammed by the Hawk Tua girl. I got rug pulled by fucking Logan Paul. That's like, a sense of pride to them. And to those people, we can be your rug pull. We're starting Dirty Dog Token, and we would love to be your rug pull. We'll have a really nice rug too. We'll roll out the rug for you right before we pull it back. You know what I mean? It'll be the best rug pull. You can, tell all your friends and family, oh my God, I got rug pulled by those digital asset junkie guys. Because I didn't watch the 3rd episode of their podcast where they explained exactly how they were going to do it.
And you know what I'm going to say? Yes, we fucking roll pull. Okay, get some Neosporin. He needs to get some Neosporin for his knees.
Yeah, rub
his
those
ass.
knees. Yeah. you get a little rug burn.
Logan Paul. It was called Crypto Zoo. It was a crypto token.
Yeah. People buying a currency called Zoo got scammed. I mean.
Okay, but he got out of it, and I actually liked how he handled that situation. I gotta research what exactly happened. I don't really want to, talk about it, but anyways, what's up, Keith? What's going on, dog?
Hey, I made a short film this week. It's on YouTube. I made a short film in a day. No big deal. Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, man. It took me the voiceover on your video you made. It was I was like, it took me a minute to realize it was your voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe I was, because I'm looking at it on my phone because it was on social media.
I think that's how most people will watch it, is on their phones. So.
Yeah, but I think people will be like, oh, what the hell? Because you could barely hear, but then you're like, oh shit. But
I think most people will watch it with just the caption. And I kind of don't like having the captions because that's a film, all right? That's a short film. And I feel like the captions just make it look like just your, like, not a serious short film. But it makes it just look like any run-of-the-mill video. But, the captions are cool. People read it. Maybe I should have used more film-type captions.
Well, hey man, that was your first video using that platform?
I've made some other videos before.
You want to say the platform?
Check out my. It's on YouTube. Check it out. I made it totally myself. It was my video I made. What do you mean? There were real actors. I directed it and filmed it, and director of photography. I did everything in a day. I did it in a day. Wrote it, did the voiceover. I'm kind of a creative powerhouse here.
That's right, man. And he managed to give everybody lunch.
Yeah, nobody will say a bad word about me. None of the crew will say a bad word about me.
All right, dog. So I gotta be honest, you guys.
And you know what? One last thing. The actors were so gracious. They didn't even want to be credited in the video. They were like, you know what? I think having a credit on it just makes the film look cheap. So we just have the title and the end title. Those are the only credits you got to put on this video. We don't want our name on it. I think the art speaks for itself. So shout out to those actors, those very real actors. Shout out to them for, a lot of actors, they're just in it to get their name on IMDb. You know what I mean? Not these guys. These guys, they just do it for the love of quality art, which they saw.
So shout out to the actors.
Yeah, shout out to those real actors.
But you're a good dude, man. They probably felt like they owed you something, man.
I would say I was a very nice when you're the director and writer of a script on set, there's a lot of people are kissing your ass. You know what I mean? They're like, this is the main guy. They feel like they gotta walk on eggshells around you. They gotta tiptoe around you when you're a writer, producer, director of photography. Sound director. When you do all that, when you're on set, people you can really set the tone for the project, basically, your attitude. And my attitude was really, I think my positive attitude. Yeah, I think it shines through in the project. I think the whole crew.
You pretty much set the tone for the energy.
Yeah, I set the energy. The kids are saying, oh, it's giving, but then they don't finish, it's giving good energy or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where they go, oh, it's giving awesome, or whatever. It's giving fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it just gives that kind of good energy, and I'm not taking all the credit. Obviously, shout out to the crew and the actors, very real actors who, did their best job, and they put out some great energy too.
Shout out to the actors.
So check it out. It's called Guy Finds a Degree. It's on this YouTube channel. The channel you're on. The YouTube channel you're on.
Like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe.
You don't have to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to the digital asset because the Daryus's YouTube. Please, like and subscribe to that.
Hey, I need subscribers too, people. Please, man. I want to come up. Come on, you guys.
I want a little less subscribers. I want.
Oh, you don't fuck with subscribers?
Well, I'm a bit of a private guy. I like making art for art's sake, and if people want to subscribe, I'm not gonna say don't do it. But I'm not gonna ask them to. I don't need their subscription. Fuck you, honestly. If you're even thinking about not subscribing, good. I don't want to entertain you, fucking punk ass. Anyway, this is
Come on, man. Let's not be that way, dog. Let's not be that way, dude.
Oh, wait,
Come on, I want you guys to like and subscribe. Dirty House Studios.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, all it is clicking two buttons. If they're too damn lazy to do that, they need the host. They need the host and producer and filmmaker to tell them to, hey, hit like and subscribe. Like I'm some common fucking PewDiePie type streamer.
Boy.
Bitch, I am doing fucking chord-based light changes. All right, I don't need you to fucking like and subscribe. I don't need you to do this shit. I'm doing you a favor if you like and subscribe. So you should be telling me, hey, can I like and subscribe, or is that a violation of your privacy?
I request. You requested.
I'm a private guy. I might not even want you to like and subscribe. But if you want to, I'm not gonna stop you from doing it.
Yeah. So, dude, let's talk about the top cryptos of the day, man.
All right, top cryptos of the day. What are we looking at?
They're pretty much tanking. Everything's tanking right now. Okay. All right. Bitcoin's at 105. That's tanking.
That's tanking.
That's tanking. Yep. 105,000, you guys. So, Avalanche. I want to talk to you guys about Avalanche, right?
I think 5% down from all-time highs isn't tanking. But, I'm from the boring old stock world, so
yeah,
maybe
man.
in the crypto world, 5% down is tanking.
Yeah, dude. It's, it's tanking, man. Okay? Because there's so much fucking potential. I don't know if you guys understand what's going on around the world, man. Okay? All right? So let's talk about AVAX. AVAX is Avalanche. Okay? Right now, AVAX is selling for $21.06. All right? AVAX is going to be used by the DMV. Okay? All right? DMV. All right, so with blockchain technology, so right now we use the SWIFT system. All right? So if you have your driving record, your record for your car, all right? And then let's say you got to pay your tags or whatever. Those are all separate systems. You got your SWIFT system that they use to swipe your card. Then they got the database that they use to pull up your information. Then they got another database that the courts and the police have. They have all these different computers. And what blockchain is going to do is going to put it all on one motherfucking computer. Okay? All right? So AVAX is going to be a big part of that. But what AVAX is going to be a part of as well is the gaming community. All right? So if you guys watch any of my videos, all right, there's three industries that are going to invade digital asset, blockchain, AI, motherfucking gaming, and banking token. And there's a fourth one, and that's gambling. All right. So I don't know if AVAX is getting into gambling or AI, but they're definitely getting into the gaming and more in industrial stuff. Maybe at like Kaiser. You know, you go to Kaiser.
And, and AVAX is crypto?
AVAX is a crypto token, yes. Currently, it's going for $21 right now.
And they already have a deal with the DMV, or?
No, that's something I have to do some more research on, but I believe it's a DMV. But AVAX is already in the gaming world, you know. Pretty much they're just companies to make it easier for you guys to transact. Are you gaming? You fucking gaming dweebs.
And yeah.
You fucking gaming addicts.
All you NPCs out there.
Dude.
You know what's hilarious? You know that term NPC? Have you heard that term NPC in like pop? Like you ever heard people call him like, oh, he's an NPC. You haven't heard that?
NPC, the only thing is your beat machine.
No, yeah, that's my
That's the only
NPC.
That's the only NPC I would think of.
Well, they use this term. That they're an NPC, meaning non-playable character.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that before. I did not know those. Okay, okay.
Meanwhile, they're sitting around their fucking mom's basement for 16 hours playing a fucking video game. Like, who's the non-playable character, really?
Bro, I have a cousin-in-law. He plays 20 hours a day. Okay, this guy is, man. Whew. You know, I had my time where I was playing Mercenaries and Grand Theft Auto. I was part of the Grand Theft Auto Generation 1. Oh, you know?
Yeah.
I played 8-hour fucking marathons and stuff, man. But, you know, I got pussy, man. You know? I put it down and I got some pussy. Or I tried to get pussy. Or I just fucking went and rode my bike.
Yeah, do something or get it, because there are women gamers too now. I think.
Those are the worst. Women gamers are wannabe porn stars.
Oh, you're talking about the streamer gamers? I know,
yeah.
Right? Because that's who I'm fucking competing with.
Yeah.
Some chick who's showing cleavage,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
even doing chord-based light change, not even making her own music.
Hold on, man. I hit a nerve, man. Yeah, man. Y'all fucking little bitches, man. Okay.
I mean, come on.
Y'all stealing my boy's fan base,
You know
man.
what? But I'm not mad at them. You do what you got to do to make you're a streamer. You're a popular streamer. Fucking hats off to you. I'm not hating on them. What I'm hating on is the idiot fans who would just watch a stream of some semi-hot chick with cleavage pressing buttons on a video game. How? Like what?
Bro, I'm gonna talk about. You know what, dude? I'm gonna say, just because it is, you know, this is serendipitous. Okay, I kind of been on a podcast called The Satan and Sinner, and I never, on Dirty House live stream, I never talk about a lot of other stuff. Even Logan Paul, Keith brought Logan Paul. I seen his shit before, and I was like, dude, I like that guy. You know, I don't fucking tell Keith, I like this person. Let's talk about this person. If he says it, he throws it up. If he has a good point, oh shit, it's a serendipitous moment. Let's take it a step further. Because one thing that I'm definitely not, and please go to my social media, DeFi Daryus. I have a few jokes about it. I am not a dick rider. All right. So, anyways, so what Keith was saying about how he's not gonna fucking like. He might look at the cleavage, but he's not gonna subscribe. No. He's not gonna subscribe. He's not gonna like. He's not gonna fucking subscribe.
I'm not even gonna like it in real life. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna watch that and be like, this is what passes as entertainment.
See, I was trying to catch him up.
Thank you.
My boy is sharp. I was trying to catch him up. He is super militant. So this podcast is called The Saint and the Sinner, and I'm not. When Andrew Tate came out, dog, I was like, cause my brother, he was like, man, he thought Andrew Tate is, you know, he's definitely a dynamic speaker. He's polarizing, but I was like, bro, I see what he's doing. You know, he's biting the same routine from Patrice O'Neal. I seen it before.
Yeah, without the jokes.
Without the jokes, just the energy, the mentality.
Yeah,
I got it. I've been there, done that. But with this dude, telling you, man, different level shit, man. And he's
Like
talking about that.
better or worse?
Better. This dude is like, I'm not gonna say genius because I'm not, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna subscribe.
Oh, you
know what I'm saying?
yet?
Because I've been devouring his content. He's in my stream, and I'm like,
What's his name?
Saint and the Sinner. Saint and the Sinner. Her name is Marquette Burden.
And you did the podcast, or?
I haven't did the podcast. I definitely listened to him, but I have not subscribed. But I'm gonna subscribe because I brought him up on the Dirty House live stream, man.
Shout out to Marquez.
But I'm telling Keith, you guys, that he has some of those traits, some of those really, it's militant traits about I'm not gonna deal with the bullshit that's going. I'm gonna deal with the bullshit. Okay, so check this out, Keith. So the reason why I bring this up is the Saint, he brought it and took it a step further. What my boy Keith is talking about. He says he might look at it and scroll past it, but he's not gonna like it. And I'm talking about chicks twerking their ass on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's not gonna like it. He definitely won't follow. You feel what I'm saying?
But,
so I'm looking. Hold on. So when I'm watching this guy, he's a polarizing guy. He's a polarizing creature, and I'm like, damn, I'm on board. I'm like, shit, I'm the dude. I'm that dude liking. I'm following big titty bitches. I got a whole Holodex, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm liking it. I like it. But he's right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I be watching
it's simping. It's
simping, bro. And I'm looking at him just like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? So the main reason why, okay, so now this made me go down the rabbit hole of why I like these bitches posts.
Well, it's because I think, here's my theory, and then sorry if I...
Okay, nah, you good, go ahead.
I think since you're in like a monogamous relationship, for you, it's like, it's like a fantasy. Like you see that, and it's like a fantasy to that outside dating type world. You know what I mean? But I see that, and I have no sexual desire, and I'm just like, this is what passes as entertainment? Like,
yeah.
As an entertainer, it hurts me. It's not the lady. The lady, I'm all like, great. Anybody making it in showbiz, I know I joke around, I call people out because I don't think they're working as hard as me. If you're not doing court-based life changes, yeah, I don't think you're working as hard as me. But I still fucking hats off to you. I respect you that you made a career in show business. I really do. Anybody in show business. I don't care. I don't care if I agree or disagree with your content. You're making a living in show business. Good for you. What I have an issue with is the common people who are so stupid that they're liking and subscribe. No, not you. I guess you said that you're one of those people, but like that's not really who I'm
one of those
about.
people. It's okay, but I think I'm being corrected. I think I'm gonna make a change, man. I think this is kind of like an intervention, so it's all good, man. Don't take the gloves off, man.
Yeah, so the common people who are just so easily like, oh, it's an ass that's shaking, I'm gonna keep watching it. It's like, are you that dumb? That's how little you value your time? That's what you're gonna... We live in an age where we can... Any film, any kind of entertainment, any kind of learning tutorial you're interested in, you can have at free access to, basically. Especially if you know how to BitTorrent, you can, you get anything for free, basically. But people are watching some semi-attractive chick shaking her ass. Like, fuck out of here.
So y'all heard it, man. My guy don't like. He likes twerking jiggly booties in real life.
Yeah,
Let's just say
in
that.
real life.
Let's say that. He likes,
Yeah, on a phone, all the digital content you can see, if that's the type of thing you want to see, like that stuff you watch for 5 minutes a day, and just to serve a purpose. I'm not gonna get too graphic here, but it's like you just want to consume as little of that stuff as possible, just to serve the purpose. The purpose that stuff actually serves. But to just be watching it like it's a TV show and you're just scrolling through like chicks shaking their ass, like just go to a strip club. Just go to a strip club.
But then you gotta spend money. You gotta go out.
Yeah, but this way you're spending your time. It's because then the strip club, okay, you're spending money. You don't have to sit right next to the stage and throw dollar bills, by the way. You could sit at the bar, order a drink or two. But then you get the memory, right? So now you don't have to be staring at, an ass on your phone. You can just drift off into your memory and think about that strip club you went to earlier that week. I mean, if that's the stuff you're into, I even think that's a huge waste of time.
It's a huge waste of time, yeah.
But if you're into, seeing asses shaking,
I gotta be honest, man. If you guys ever have the pleasure of seeing my Explore page, it's like little busty Thai girls jumping out of rivers, fucking Peruvian girls cutting up fish, Nigerian girls with the humongous titties doing
shit.
things. And it's kind of fun. That shit is fun to just stroll down and you know what I mean?
Shit, I'm sorry, I was totally off. I need to see this. I didn't know it was like an international...
Let me show you, bro. Let me show you my Explore page, doggy.
Because that's a real Explore page. You're actually exploring the world.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so if I'm getting some kind of cultural thing from it, if it's like, yeah, a Nigerian girl in her village shaking her ass, I'd like to see that for the cultural value.
Man. Some of Nigerian girls are the most beautifulest girls in the world, man.
I'd totally get scammed from a Nigerian woman. A Nigerian princess. Yeah, so you know what? I'm sorry. I was maybe a little too hasty on those Instagram. Maybe you could send me some likes.
Yeah, man.
I'll follow
militant,
a Nigerian.
Man.
I'll follow a Nigerian thought. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we could turn the saint. Maybe one day. Maybe we could turn the saint.
Yeah, I don't think he knows that you're.
Just take a look. Keith gonna look through my Explore page real quick. After he looks through DeFi Darius's board page. Hey,
that's a midget, right?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, shit,
Do you have eyes?
To say midget. Well, I can't tell. I can't tell if she's just, because she's not getting the nutrients in this third world country, or if that's an actual midget, so she doesn't. But I don't know. Hard to tell.
Nah, man. It's a lot going on in my Explore page, I must say.
There is a lot going on. That's a wild Explore page.
Yeah.
I get a lot of baby videos in my feed.
Oh, breastfeeding?
No.
I get a lot of breastfeeding ones.
Really?
I got baby ones? Where's baby one?
You had a cute baby one up here. A Chinese baby.
Okay, yes. If you guys know, I got a whole bunch of kids, so that's probably when I send my wife kid shit or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We always send kid stuff.
Oh,
but if you guys...
There's a male bodybuilder here. How do you explain that one? A male bodybuilder.
Bro, athletic training, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
The athletic, goddamn. The fitness video. I watch a lot of fitness videos. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like this one? Oh, damn it. It's not...
Yeah. See, she's working out her core. If you guys can see... maybe I could just send that to you real quick and we can look at it.
No, I don't want to put that on. I don't want to get like a porn YouTube.
I'm very proud of my Explore page. All right. But I feel you though, Saint, about not liking it because it definitely keeps you in the lower vibration. But what I try to promote is strength. Strength, baby. Strength.
Yeah.
You can have the strength. You can like it every now and again, but you ain't gonna go as far as DMing. Or when people do, I don't ever do no googly eyes or be like, ooh, you hella. That's too much. I rarely do that.
I'll sometimes hit a fire, but that's only on people I actually know personally.
Okay, that's dope because you're showing love. The fires that somebody that you know personally is cool. But like a chick that you don't know, bro,
or maybe I don't know, but I've met them. I've met them a few times. We've interacted.
Even a GIF is corny. No, I never do that because it's definitely a separation. It's a separation between.
You said GIF, not gift, right? GIF, GIF.
Well, you know that it's like a little.
Yeah, the animated thing.
The animated, the video thing.
Ooh, I should make a GIF for this channel.
How's it pronounced? You should.
I don't know if it's GIF
or GIF. Yeah, I say GIF, but some people say GIF. Some people say GIF, but you know.
I'll make a GIF and a GIF.
Make a GIF and a GIF and a stiff.
Yeah. And that's how I do that shit.
But yeah, you always keep that line between you and the internet thotty, okay? All right? So I was, I was actually a leader of a movement a couple years back.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Thought Lives Matter, okay?
Oh, nice.
It got really, it was during the time where 21 Savage and Amber Rose, they did their, the whole slut walk thing, you know? Do you guys remember that? I'm pretty sure some of you might do. But yeah, Thought Lives Matter, man, because Thought Lives Matter, Keith, okay?
Of course, right? Of course. Thought Lives Matter, of course.
But now, when it comes to, acquiring digital audiences and, talking shit on the internet and getting followers, women definitely do have the advantage. And what Keith is saying is, man, y'all pushing up on this territory. You know what I'm saying?
I'm working this corner here, all right? Like, But again, I'm not hating on the women. I mean, you got a successful Twitch because you're showing some cleavage while you're playing a video game and not even being entertaining. Good, great. You got an OnlyFans or something, and you're interacting. Is OnlyFans prostitution? Do they actually fuck the fans? Or is it just they communicate with the fans? Is that literally the only thing? I feel like there's got to be some prostitution going on there because, who in their right mind is signing up to pay, I don't know, whatever a month just to get a DM?
Some of these dudes, man, I'm telling you, that's not you. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's something you can't fathom it because that's not who you are, So it just seems so foreign, but people will spend big money for that.
It's ridiculous because it's all free on the internet.
It is. It is ridiculous.
And this goes back to finances. This is a financial discussion. This is Digital Asset Junkie because we're telling you this is not the way to spend your money. You don't, have some respect for your money. That's your time. Your time, you earned that money by trading your time for it. You should probably have some respect for your time,
Exactly. So, really what Keith is saying, you should send them 8,000 Satoshis.
That's right.
So you can get a personal shout out on next live. Come on, man.
Exactly. Or if they get in the chat, you can get in the chat and, say something in the chat. Although I don't have the chat window pulled up right now, so we wouldn't be able to see it. But we do keep having people. All right, people, we told you this on the last podcast. I appreciate that you're a fan, and thank you for the compliments. You say, hey, amazing analysis. Really appreciate that. But just way too many people are getting in the comments on the YouTube video and just sharing their seed, their crypto seed. They're like, hey, they all have the same problem. They use different wallets, but they all have the same problem of, oh, I'm trying to transfer crypto from one wallet to the other, which, first of all, I'm not going to shit on our fans' questions, but I feel like a Google search on that one, instead of asking a weekly podcast, not even live, I feel like a Google search could tell you how to transfer tokens from a wallet. But then they proceeded to go and give us the 12 keyword. Hey, you can check. Go look at these old YouTube videos. There's these doofuses in the comments being like, hey, how do I transfer money from this wallet to the other? And then proceeding to give us their entire passcode. And it's like, bro, the first rule about crypto, you don't share your keys. You never share your keys.
Never share your keys.
Never share your keys. And if you really appreciate our analysis, like you're saying, then don't fucking share your keys with us, all right? Because otherwise it shows that you're not even listening to what the fuck we're saying, all right? So
never share your keys.
Never share your keys. We should clip this. Don't share your keys. All right, and so now you have no excuse. You can't be like, oh, well, you said that an hour and 12 minutes into the pod. Now, we clip this so you can see. Never share your keys, especially not on a public comment on YouTube. Come on, people. Have some common sense. If you're gonna buck the banking system and take control of your own money and have your own crypto wallet and you hold the keys to your own bank account, act like a bank, all right? Have some risk control. Have some risk control in place. All right, so that was, I know you're fans of us, and you were just asking a question, but that's some tough love. All right, we're not gonna sugarcoat anything here.
It's an open book,
on
man.
Digital Asset
It's an
Junkies.
open book, dog.
Yeah, we're gonna be real with you.
So the pick today is AVAX, you guys. AVAX. Load up on some AVAX. I bought 3 the other day. Okay. All right. I'm trying to get to 10 this week. So.
Oh, you know what? NVIDIA earnings was yesterday. Remember last week I said NVIDIA earnings is next week, and I think they're gonna go up after earnings?
Yeah.
Let's check out what NVIDIA looks like.
So.
Boom! Look at that. I know it's red, but I mean, look at it. It jumped. Yesterday was earnings. That's where it closed.
That's right, baby.
It jumped. It's way high.
That's
way
right.
high up there.
AI.
So, if you listen to AI, but also Keith Dirty fucking called it. Called it last week. You know what? I'll clip both of that and show you. I called it last week, and look at that. So if you had listened to me last week, you'd have made some money. Again, this is not financial advice, just
Like
financial
I said, you
suggestions.
guys, we're not scammers, man. Are you punk ass scammers? You financial scammers? And you emotional scammers? I'm telling you, dog, it's up.
Shit is up.
It's up. We're not scammers. All I got to do is log into the live feed, man.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's look at where we were at last Thursday when I said it was going to go up and see how much they would have made if they had bought 100 shares.
Come on, man.
Close to 20 seconds.
Y'all playing games, dog.
All right. So last week.
My boy Keith is he's a stock junkie, but he's part of the digital asset. He's good. He's part of the digital asset junkie because
I made this point last week.
He proved it. He proved it. He made the point about it being digital assets.
Stocks are digital assets because you're buying it digitally, you're holding it digitally, and you're selling it digitally. So to me, that's a digital asset.
But Keith did buy ICP. You bought what? A couple of ICP tokens?
Not yet. Once I get out of my credit card debt.
Oh my gosh, bro! All right, so what we gonna do?
I'm not like Dick Gregory. I am actually gonna pay it.
Oh my gosh, Keith, man.
But look, okay, hang on 1 second here. $130 last week when I said, NVIDIA is gonna go up, and right now.
What was it at?
We're at 139. So if they bought 100 shares, that's $1,000 you would have made there.
$1,000.
You're welcome.
Easy, bucko.
You're welcome.
Easy.
So that's kind of stuff you're gonna see here on the Digital Asset Junkies. It's not all just great entertainment and amazing technology you never seen before. Note-based light changes. Not just that.
The hardest working streamer in the biz, man. I swear to God.
That's right. Hit me one time.
Welcome.
Hit me 2 times. Hit me 3 times.
Live.
All right. Well, you can't hear that.
Subscribe.
Yeah, I don't need your likes and subscribes. If you want to, go for it. But I'm not gonna fucking beg for it. I don't.
Oh, so I talked to my XRP, the XRP Don. He's down to talk about.
Oh, hell yeah.
But before he comes, I'm pressuring him to get a fucking name. He needs a moniker or something.
Oh, like he's not on social media or anything?
He's not really on social media. He doesn't have a name. I don't want to say his government name.
Of course, yeah.
He has like over 50,000 in XRP. I'm sorry, 50,000 XRP tokens.
Oh shit.
Pretty crazy.
That's like $100,000?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep, about $100,000.
And he's an XRP maximalist?
He's an XRP maximalist, but he also has other tokens, but he put everything on XRP. He's the reason why I actually got my XRP back in 2016.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, this dude, he's serious. I was like, damn, he took everything off, he took everything out of his 401k and put it all on the blockchain. And that should inspire me, you guys, okay? I'm trying to inspire my boy Keith, but what Keith is doing, Keith's very smart, as you can see, if you guys tuned in, you guys could have made $1,000, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you had just listened to what I said last week,
simple.
$1,000. Yeah, it would have taken a $13,000 investment, but I mean, you got to spend money to make money, right? And this just proves it. But I don't know, if you could make $1,000 off of $13,000, is that a good profit in a week? I don't know. Do the math on that and tell me how much money if you could do that every week, tell me how much money you'd have after 5 years. You go do the math on that. And you compound it, obviously, so, you get the compounding. So, yeah, let me know. Maybe I'll ask Gemini. You know what? Yeah, I'll ask my... Oh, wait, I can't use my AI right now because I'm using my computer for other purposes. But, well, the answer is it's a lot, okay? Making a 10... What is that? A 10% and like an 8% return on an investment in a week? I mean, that's a damn good freaking profit, all right? And that we're not even talking about if you had really trusted me and gone in on options, all right? If you had just bought some options last week that expire this week, I mean, you'd be rich. You literally would be rich. But,
Is that right?
Yeah, options are highly leveraged. So one option contract is like you're basically controlling 100 stock shares, except they expire at a certain date, so they could expire completely worthless. So they're a lot riskier, but they're more highly leveraged. And so if you bought, but that's what these politicians do when they know there's some deal going down with the company. They'll buy a bunch of that's what Nancy Pelosi does. They'll buy a bunch of options, and then they just happen to be dated after they do the big deal with the government. That's interesting. The government that politician sat on the committee for and brokered that deal with that private company. Oh, guess what? That politician, she bought a bunch of options that expired the week after that deal happened. Oh, it's just a coincidence. Don't look into Marjorie Taylor Greene too much. That's just a coincidence that she just did that thing with Palantir a couple weeks ago. That exact scenario. Yeah, just a coincidence. They say they're looking for a liberal Joe Rogan. They're looking for like a Joe Rogan for Democrats. Damn, and you know what? I'll throw my hat into the ring. I'll shill the DNC if they pay right.
Would you for real? Would you do that?
I don't know.
He thinks about it.
I really don't like how they did my whole Rogan. Yeah. Damn, they should get so that would be good. They could get a thought. They could get one of those international thoughts and call it the whole Rogan Show.
The whole Rogan Show, hey.
And
all right, so now we have a trans president.
Yeah.
We have a trans president, okay.
Who do you think will be the first trans president?
That's a tough question.
Do you think the first trans president has been born yet? Or do you think we still have further to go? I think the first trans president has already been born.
The first trans president is 6 years old. For
you
sure.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So we wouldn't know who they are because we couldn't just be predicting that. But yeah, okay, so we call that here. So, in 30, 40 years or whatever, you come back to this 2025 episode.
I said it, man. I said it.
If only there was a way to invest in that. I would buy options on that.
Dude, there's something, what is it? There's like a gambling
yeah,
platform.
oh yeah, all the gambling platforms offer,
you can gamble on anything.
Not
temperature?
Anything, though. Not anything, because, like, a lot of that politics stuff, it's, you can't really bet on everything.
Okay. But it's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you could bet on for sure. I bet I think I put like $10 that Kanye would be president, and if he became president, I would have won like I don't know, $100,000 or something.
Damn.
Like that. Something like that.
Kanye is president. Oh, that'd be horrible. I'm sorry, dude.
I did vote for him when
Oh, I seen on social media you commented when he was in China, and he was like, "Why is he on public transportation?"
Oh yeah, he was on a bus in like Japan or something. Yeah.
But what was he doing in that fucking clip?
Well, so I got a lot of responses being like, "Oh, that was just the shuttle bus from the airport." It's like, dude, he's Kanye West. Why does he need a shuttle? Why can't he just?
Yeah.
He's a billionaire. Why can't he just take a limo?
He was making a statement. He was pouting.
Yeah.
He's pouting. He's
you're
like,
right.
I'm going to China.
They don't understand me in America.
They could blast my presence. Kanye, bro, I'm gonna tell you, dog. I'm sorry, man, but I love you because I love your shoes. I love your movement, but you tripping sometimes, dog. You be tripping, dog.
Yeah, I mean.
But hey, man, more power to you, dog.
It sucks he got back into samples.
I like how he treats his bitch, though. You're winning in my book, man. Okay.
What, she's always naked everywhere.
Yeah, she's like a little, he's a little kangaroo.
Yeah, he seems very happy. He seems like he's in a happy relationship. I think she's better. No, I don't know if she's better for him than his past relationships, but.
That boy's a cuckold, man.
He's not a Nazi anymore. Is that what he actually named his album, or is that just what some leakers decided to call it?
No, it's his son. He literally was talking about he likes to for motherfuckers to bang his wife.
Dirty.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah, he said that, but that's not what he wanted to call his album, right?
I have no idea, man.
Did you listen to the album? How do you listen to it? It's not on streaming, right?
I heard on social media, like little clips and shit.
Yeah, I heard clips, but I want to hear the whole album. I mean, it's a Kanye West album. I want to listen to it in its entirety. It's ridiculous. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that Nazi shit. It's just it's just weird.
What do you mean you don't know how you feel about it? Is there a...
Well, because like they're black guys. I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
They're not actually Nazis.
They're not like white guys. They're not Latinos or like, I don't know, dude. Like we're in America. I'm talking about, like the guys that are in New York. They're like in the circle. They're dancing and stuff. It was like, oh, okay.
It's an artistic thing.
Yeah.
But the only thing that sucks about it for me is that you can't listen to it on like.
It's weird.
In your car, or it's headphone only music. You know what I mean?
Okay.
For me, I don't really feel comfortable listening, and I know that sounds so lame. I don't feel comfortable, but I live in a liberal city. I don't want to get my windows smashed because I'm listening to a song where the chorus is Heil Hitler. I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that Heil Hitler is like, come on, dude. Like Hitler, like I could see if you want to take Nazism, like Saddam Hussein, he actually patented the Ba'ath Party off of Nazism, but he took it. So people don't look at Saddam Hussein and think that he's a Nazi. They just look at him as like just a motherfucker that just got overthrown type shit, Yeah.
So he was a Nazi though?
No, he was definitely a Nazi. The Ba'ath Party was they idolized, and not only idolized the Nazi party, but they ran they had the whole, what do you call it? The Gestapo, that whole shit. Dude, Saddam Hussein, if any of our followers or viewers are into history, go down to the deep dive of Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein was by far one of the most baddest motherfuckers.
Damn, that's
you want to talk gangster? You guys want to talk gangster? Saddam Hussein was fucking gangster, dog. But yeah, he
was the evilest guy in the world at one point, though. I mean,
Saddam Hussein was
his name was synonymous with like Hitler as like evil guy.
Oh, it was.
Well, no, obviously Hitler's
a different thing.
Hitler's the Michael Jordan of evil. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you're never gonna. But I think Saddam was like the Kobe Bryant.
He was definitely he was, from what I remember, because I was about 10 during the Gulf War or whatever. I just remember that he was somebody that Bush was trying to kill, and Saddam was out having fucking barbecues and shit.
Yeah.
And then
sons were getting crazy.
So I didn't know about Nazism until I started watching like documentaries, and I found out that the Ba'ath Party was patent behind the Nazism.
Damn, that's crazy.
So it was Saddam Hussein was easy for my palate. Like, okay, goddamn, this motherfucker is an enemy. He's just a bad motherfucker. But dude, the motherfucker was a Nazi, like Keith said. He was an evil motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But so back to Kanye, he's saying, hell, Hitler's already a failed thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing. You see that footage of Hitler when he was on fucking
on meth.
He was on meth during the fucking
the Olympics.
The Olympics, like
he was just
dude,
tweaking.
like he's a nut, bro. He's a nut.
He was the first meth head, so nobody had seen that type of energy before.
Closet homosexual. They said it's kind of open that he was that, and nothing against,
Hitler was gay?
He had it was some strange shit going on, man. Them white boys was fucking each other, man.
Wow.
For sure. Them army boys, them Hitler youths, they was sticking in the little boys.
And Hitler would watch like a cuck?
I don't know, man. It was just some strange thing.
Maybe that's why Kanye likes him, because they were both cucks.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because Hitler was having it his way. He was dating little girls and shit. Like, come on, Hitler, what are you doing, dog?
What do you mean, underage girls, Hitler?
Not underage girls, but just like a girl that was his niece. She was like 20 years older than her type shit, sometimes if you're a man of power, you want a woman of power. That's the natural progression of things. If you don't want to just be devoured by your debauchery, you get a woman of power. Because Hitler in Europe, he was the most powerful man. Not only that, in Germany, when it comes to history, Germany has very distinct history, like they have, besides all the Nazi stuff, they have a beautiful history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's strong. They have very, very strong tribal history, For Hitler to go down the way he did was just disgraceful. And how Kanye is trying to bring that back to life is fucking weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
It's so weird, I know.
But his wife, she has some nice titties. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye wife or Hitler wife?
No. Kanye's wife, she got some nice little fat, juicy titties. And she ain't had no babies or nothing yet. So imagine if, So Kanye, man, thank you for having her out for us to see, because I know you like that. So I'm just.
Oh yeah, he likes that kind of stuff. He's what they call.
They look nice and heavy. Kanye, your wife titties
healthy.
They look nice and healthy and heavy. They look heavy. Yeah. Like if you grab them, they fight back.
There's weight to him.
Kanye. So salute, man. Salute, dog.
And she seems like, she's doing what she likes to do. I don't think she would, if you're an exhibitionist, dating Kanye West is probably the best you could do if you're an exhibitionist. That's the highest. Who's more famous of an exhibitionist than her?
Yeah.
Name one exhibitionist.
Yeah, for sure.
So she's the biggest exhibitionist in the world.
She's the biggest. And I'm not, I like what type of woman she is, because she's in fucking pocket, man. She's in pocket. She does whatever Kanye say. That's what he want. I like her.
So do you think Kanye is making her do that, or that's just what she wants and that's why Kanye likes her?
That's all that. It's a perfect storm. All that is that, and that. The stars align because she looks happy. She's a beautiful woman. She has nice, big, heavy, fat titties. She's in pocket. She's in pocket. Do you guys understand what in pocket is?
But she never has pockets. Because
she never has pockets, but for sure she never. But she's in pocket. That means she's doing what Kanye says. So, hey man, I like what they got going on. I just don't that whole Hail Hitler shit, man. I just don't get it. It's strange, bro.
It is.
It's like, what are you doing, dog?
He obviously, but yeah, you're right. Like, he's doing something that he thinks is provocative.
What are you doing? And he's in China, but it'd be one thing if I knew if he was a real one, he'd be speaking Mandarin or Cantonese or something, or doing something, or like, dude, you're just sitting there looking mean as hell on a fucking bus. You look like a jerk off, bro. Like, that's what they're saying. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you in Chinese, you're the elephant in the room. The Chinese lady was like, what are you just doing? You just sitting there? Are you happy? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You're a weirdo, dude.
He looked pretty happy. Oh,
He did look happy.
should we do this? We've been streaming for an hour and a half, bro. Or
Oh,
no,
shit. Okay.
hour 18 minutes. But,
Okay.
I mean, damn. Should we look at the Instagram videos? Or?
Oh, yeah. Let's look
All
at
right,
the
hang on
Instagram
one
videos. We have a lot, man. Keith, I gotta pull him back. He be going hard on the bitches, man. I'm like, come on, bro. All right. But you know, bitches don't like and subscribe. So,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Well, what, you think I'm going too hard on them?
Just a little, man. You know.
What? Because I said I don't think OnlyFans is worth it. Okay, you know what? Maybe I was too hard.
Just a little bit.
If
Just a
you're
little bit.
an international woman twerking to feed your village, yeah, I actually really respect that.
Hell yeah.
And if you're a simp and you're supporting these, third world women, you're actually making the world a better place by your simping.
I agree.
Sure, it's pathetic or whatever, but like, it's still for the greater good. And like, I think that's a good thing. I support that. So, Daryus like, oh, you know what? This would be a good time to do an ad break. I'm sorry, guys. I hate the capitalist machine too, and it really sucks that I have to succumb to this just this bleak corporate shitscape that I rail against. But these court-based light changes aren't free, people. All right, somebody's got to pay the bills. So I gotta play these ads. Bear with me. Go easy. I know all you dirt heads also, hate commercialism and capitalism, and just go easy on. There are sponsors that they're sponsoring the show, helping keep these lights on, so to speak. Right, all these different color lights, and hey. Little bit of a teaser. We might be seeing some even cooler lights in the future, in the not too distant future. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're gonna do a commercial break. Sorry, so Daryus doesn't know about that. I gotta do some ad breaks. Just to pay some bills and stuff. I gotta run these ads.
We gotta pay the bills.
So
Dirty House Studios.
Yeah. So I'm just apologizing to the viewers that
Okay.
subjecting them to like commercialism on a live stream that's about art. And
Hey, that's a necessary evil, man.
it's a necessary evil, right? All right. So sorry about that, but just bear with me. We're gonna run these ads. We'll be right back. Couple minutes. Hello. If you were one of the millions of Americans who have lost their cell phone, you know what a traumatizing ordeal it can be. That's why I'm introducing the patented new corded cell phone. Oh, looks like I'm getting a call. Hello? Oh yes, I do know where my phone is. Thank you. Corded cell phone.
Brought to you by the...
Coming up on Dirty House.
If you don't realize it, I don't have nothing to say. Because obviously it's not my life to live. I just have an opinion to what I have, but then again, it's not me living that life. So I respect whatever you do, but I'm not going to put myself around that.
A little ridiculous and overwhelmed by my stupidity.
I'm like, whatever decision you make is yours. I'm just not going to put myself in the situation of being around that.
That's
Nor
why you came
my
knock on
family.
door right now?
No, we thought you was just painting. We could help you.
I
And
was
we're
just
dream.
painting.
Wait, was that him at the corner store though?
Yeah. Was he hanging out with Keith? I doubt it.
No.
Oh, you think he was here in my house?
Oh, no, he wasn't actually.
Wait.
He hit me up. He had to go to like.
Stupid.
Texas. We're just trying.
Oh,
But my understanding of the situation is I still have something to work with myself on understanding me and others. We're all human. We make mistakes. We just have to grow from it.
Well, this thing is recorded. Let me record. Say it one more time. What do you hate?
So,
I hate when I'm wrong. I truly hate when I'm wrong. No, now I have to say sorry because I'm a complete asshole.
yeah, you are a complete
Shut
asshole.
the fuck up, Pete! Stop recording me!
Dirty house, it's a dirty house, it's a dirty dirtbag's house.
I sucked it! The next thing I know, people are like, hey, you that guy suck dick! And I'm like,
I was born in the year 1987 on planet Earth, 8 years before the death of Jerry Garcia. Unfortunately, I never got to see Jerry live, and I dedicated my life to inventing a time machine so that I could go back in time and see the Grateful Dead with Jerry Garcia, man. But the time machine didn't work. It only spit me out thousands of years ahead in the future. That's where I am now. It would still go back in time 20 minutes or so, and using that, I would win games of chance until I made enough money to buy this Starship Trey Garcia.
Where's my wallet? Then do we have the product for you? Introducing the Home Wallet. It's a wallet that never has to leave your home. Quick access to cards and cash as long as you are in your home. Can't bring it out the house. Home Wallet.
The Nada Company.
I am from a punk rock planet. We use continental circle pits to provide energy throughout the entire world. That's where every continent has a dedicated circle pit spanning multiple countries, constantly in motion, constantly providing clean energy for the punk rock planet. I was set up for a cozy retirement in the back, with craft beers and earplugs. But one day, I was exiled, cast away in a purple space pod. They left me with only malt liquor, dog food, and black flags damaged. I watched my planet while I floated away in the cold vastness of outer space. Watching, waiting, commiserating. Oh, fuck. I don't have my keys. From the company that brought you the corded cell phone and the fucking home wallet, Nada is proud to present their latest and greatest patented new invention, the home phone keys at home on the phone. Oh, yeah, no robbers finding you. The key phone.
Nada. Leave home with Nada.
Shit, we weren't even recording any of that. Audio wasn't coming in because I had the audio thing down. My bad. Shit, my bad, dude. Hey, sorry guys. I realized we weren't having the audio. We were having a great discussion, but didn't have the audio going.
Yeah, but I was telling Keith, I wasn't telling them. I was I was reminding us, the stream, what we were talking about before we went on our commercial break, and Keith, he goes too hard on the hose.
Okay, but so that's what I wanted to clarify. Earlier when I was calling out people, the twerking videos and all that, it's not because I have an issue with the hoes who are twerking. Like I said, I respect anybody making a living in show business. So if you're doing that, great. You're a great job. That's the dream, right? What I have an issue with is the general public who are either too dumb, but I'd like to think better of people. I think they just don't have enough self-respect and they don't value their time enough to actually watch quality entertainment with, chord-based light changes and multiple camera views and a bunch of cool shit. That's who I have an issue with. I don't have any issue with the hoes who are twerking. I have an issue with the guy hitting like and subscribe on that kind of content. You know what I mean? And to take that even a step further, I also don't blame politicians and lobbyists. People the lobbyists are just sucking a politician's dick, and then they write some law that gets rid of a bunch of environmental regulations because the lobbyists told them to. It's and then the companies, they just give them a bunch of money to fund their campaigns, and that's how they get elected. It's okay, but you're missing a point here. You're missing a step here. You can't just give money to a politician and then that wins the election. There's another step to that process where the general public still has to buy into shiny election ads and are too fucking stupid to think one step further and be like, well, this guy's clearly got an agenda if he has all this money to market to me, right? Those are the people I have an issue with. Somebody just seeing a fancy campaign ad and then voting for that person. Somebody seeing some woman. These people, they don't have self-respect. Because I don't think they're too dumb. I think anybody would be entertained by good quality entertainment. I think anybody would be inspired by a good quality politician. But you just don't have enough self-respect or value your time enough to actually put some effort in and find that you want everything spoon-fed to you. But guess what? The people holding the spoon don't have your best interests at mind. They're feeding you a bunch of garbage because it serves them. So, I have an issue with the general public, not so much the people profiting. So yeah, you're gonna get tough love here on the Dirty House live stream Digital Asset Junkies.
And I see, I don't 100% agree, but I understand 100%. I just like I said, I'm a married man. I have a whole Rolodex. Sometimes I'm at the bar with my boys, and I'm like, hey man, look at this, bang, 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 and I'm just laughing, that's kind of like my lifestyle. So I'm not, but if you are a young man out there competing, what Keith Dirty is saying, you're wasting energy. You're wasting valuable energy. You need to put it somewhere else,
Yeah.
So I respect it, man. I respect how, and you have to protect that,
Yeah, I mean, what do you think is gonna happen? You think this hot chick is gonna you slide into their DMs with a fire comment and they're gonna suck your dick for that? What is the thought process there? I don't understand it. But, they just really don't respect their time. They just see an ass shaking and then they're just glued to their screen because they don't value their time or their entertainment.
Yes. That's exactly what it is. It's just like you're just looking at a fat ass or some nice titties,
Wait, shit, they can see my messages in the background if I do this? I don't necessarily want.
Oh no, that's the comments.
Oh yeah, but these are my private messages.
Oh, on the side. You guys don't look.
Yeah, Don't pay attention to that, because then you'll see that I did slide into a hot chick's DMs.
Oh no,
but I know her personally.
If you met her, it's okay.
I know her personally. She's my stripper friend.
Listen, youngsters. If you guys met her before, it's okay to slide into the DM. She's met her before.
Yeah, she's my stripper friend.
If you don't know her.
Yeah, if you don't know her.
No.
And she's very nice. And it wasn't a video of. Yeah, but it wasn't a video of like twerking. It was a picture of like a money spread, like a bunch of money. So I just hit fire when I saw that on my story.
Yeah, but you know her though. So
yeah, I know her. Yeah.
I'm talking about you dudes that be putting the googly eyes and the heart emojis and all types of like weird comments under chicks' pictures that you don't even know.
Yeah, that's
weird.
wild.
That shit's wild. But like I said, podcast that I mentioned earlier, go back earlier in the live stream. I mentioned the podcast, and now that was a kind of an awakening moment because he clearly articulated, so Keith definitely has his strong point of view, and the podcast I mentioned earlier has their strong point of view. So,
right, let's watch this video.
Man opens his mouth and he says, "I'm not a trick and I'm not a simp," is the moment I know I don't like that man anymore. Even if I thought I liked him a little bit and he starts saying, "I'm not a trick, I'm not a simp," I don't like you anymore. Cause why? Can you learn?
All right, let's watch that.
Hey, Mike, I got these headphones.
Sorry, I gotta turn on. I gotta put some volume in there. Let me go back to this.
The moment a man opens his mouth and he says, "I'm not a trick and I'm not a simp," is the moment I know I don't like that man anymore. Even if I thought I liked him a little bit and he starts saying, "I'm not a trick, I'm not a simp," I don't like you anymore. Cause why? Can you learn?
Can you
Shut up, bitch! Shut up, bitch!
She's saying, "Can you learn
what
to be?"
What is she talking about, dude?
She
doesn't even know what she's talking about.
No, because you don't think she will actually like that man. She just so I think that's a person who doesn't understand what a relationship is. I think she's just looking for a credit card.
Yeah, she's obviously just trying to bully him into being a trick or a simp.
Yeah, oh yeah,
that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
That's literally what this bitch is saying.
But I thank you for making your intentions clear. So you're making it very easy because. I think if you're not careful, even the biggest non-simp can be tricked into being a simp, right? Like, you go on a few dates with somebody, you maybe you feel a connection or whatever. Next date, they're like, "Oh, hey, I got my car payment to make, and my check is being
out of line."
Yeah, but there's a chance that somebody might be like, "Oh, this is not what she's all about. She just got a car payment to make, and shit happens. Here, let me
help her out.
Let me help you with that car payment." But she's being so honest on a podcast, saying, "No, look, I need you to simp for me, or I won't be into you." She's weeding out all the non-simps. Good, great. See, I'm not hating on these women. Like, everyone needs to get money. I'm not hating on somebody who found a loophole in the system. I respect people who find a loophole and make money in like a way that's not slaving away at some horrendous 8-hour day job or contributing to the capitalist.
In the manosphere, I'm considered a liberal. Okay, you're pretty conservative.
I'm conservative?
You're conservative when it comes to,
Wow.
Yeah, when it comes to, ladies. Or I
guess. I mean,
a little bit.
But look, I'm pro-abortion. I think women need to have their rights to, body rights or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they should have abortions. I think, equal rights. But do I think that if you're demanding a simp, wait, how was I being conservative? I was saying, hey, good for her. She's finding a loophole. She's finding a way to escape the drudgery of the 9-to-5 lifestyle.
Yeah, baby, right. Yeah,
I'm saying I I don't have an issue with the women at all. I think I'm really progressive on that, you know? I'm pro sex worker, you know, not I have issues I think with North American sex workers, but like I think they are
What's your issue with North American sex workers?
You know, this goes beyond the realm of finance pocket, but no, you know what? No, it does. It totally fits within finance pocket. So I think North American sex workers, they're too like, the money is too like upfront in the entire interaction, right? Like that's like always the first thing and the main thing, and then it just makes the whole rest of the interaction kind of feel like shitty, right?
Yeah.
And then like,
they look at you like you ain't shit.
Well, it's just the whole energy. You go to a strip club and it's like, if you're not throwing dollar bills on the floor, they give you a dirty look. They come up to you, they ask you for a dance, not because they want to sit on your lap and grind on your lap. No, they want you to give them the $20 for a 2-minute song or whatever like that.
But they are working, right?
But I'm saying there's a better way to do that. They could come to you and like just like act like they're into you and just give you a free dance.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh man, I'd really like to spend more time with you." And then you'd be like, "You know what? Yeah, let's get another dance. Let me give you $40 for the next dance." Yeah. Instead, it's always like, "Do you have $40? You need to give me this $40 first before I even come close to you and touch you. Before I even touch you."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that kind of creates a whole like shitty atmosphere. Whereas I think in like South American countries, you go to a strip club and they
trick you into the chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay,
they choose you.
Yeah.
You know, they'll choose.
And they're happy.
You.
They're happy for the money.
They're happy, and it's not like the money is up front. They'll just like dance with you, and you're having a good time, and yeah. So like, that's where But that's just a personal preference. I still have respect for them as, okay, now I'm not one of these guys who are like, a sex worker's job is the most respectable job. You know how there's like...
it's definitely not respectable.
No, but there's a liberal part of society that is like, we have to respect the noble sex worker. You know what I mean?
Respect the sex worker.
Respect the sex worker. Well, what about the sex customer? Because we're the ones paying those whores. You know what I mean?
Sex worker, man.
Yeah, respect the sex worker, man. They're providing a very necessary need in society. They're empaths. You know exactly the type I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
They'll use the term empath.
They're fuck bags. They're fucking fuck sacks.
So I'm somewhere in between that. They're empath. They're like, you know, psychologists and they're fuck bags. I'm somewhere in between. I give them as much respect as I give anybody doing a backbreaking job, like a construction worker or anybody else doing a physical manual labor job. I give them as much respect as that. You know?
So, you know, it's funny you say that about like you don't like American sex workers, because America is the only place where they just clearly deny black clients, as if there's not black tricks out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I definitely heard about that. You know.
Well,
what I mean?
is it? Why do you think that is? Is it? Do you think it's because like they don't? It's harder work to.
Well, I just thought about it because I'm not really a trick, but hey, man, look, if I go to like, it just depends. Like how the stories I get for when people go to Brazil or Thailand or, you know, wherever, and they have experience, it's always like really good and really fun, and they also see the person multiple times during their trip.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
it's always a good experience.
Because they make you think that they like you.
Yeah. And I hear stories like the reason why American, you know, prostitutes probably don't see black guys. I'm just imagine myself paying $600 for some pussy. At first, I would not give her the money up front. You know what I'm saying? All right. And then I'll fuck her however I want to fuck her. And then I'll throw the money on her back like this. Bang! Bang! You know what I mean?
So they don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, bro. I hear a Thai chick like, oh, she'll start laughing. Da, da, da. American chick, she'll probably cut you. You know, or want to fight you, or her pimp be fucking outside. You know what I'm saying? So
also in America, there's a stereotype that black dudes have really big dicks. So
they don't want to do fucking the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
You know, if you're like having sex with 20 people a day, let's say, you probably would prefer they all have like small dicks, right?
Yeah. So you take the little nerdy CEOs or the little upper managements.
You take the Elon Musks.
Yeah, the Elon Musks.
But also, I'm not shaming dudes.
He impregnates them. We're not saying you guys should do that.
Yeah, but not.
Elon Musk is crazy.
No, but he doesn't impregnate them. Nor he impregnates them like in vitro. So he doesn't impregnate them through vaginal sex. He just
lying.
No, he gives them.
You're lying.
It's all in vitro.
So these ain't his. So those ain't his bitches. His baby moms ain't his bitches. Like women under his.
Yeah, I don't
think
his
harem.
I don't think he's coming inside of all of them. Like that's what
no.
I first thought. But then I heard. Yeah, then I heard that.
Sick.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's like a race warrior.
Yeah,
bro,
that's nuts, right?
Bro, you gotta really live that life, man. You gotta have these. Those gotta be your bitches, bro.
Right. You can't get a harem and then use science. Man. Like what? That's the biggest nerd thing to do, right? Like I
got 3 baby moms, Elon. You feel what I'm saying? I got 3 of them, dude. You know? Well, actually, I got 2 baby moms and 1 wife.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that's that
Elon,
was pretty disappointing.
Are you kidding me?
That was more. I was more disappointed to hear that than I was with the Nazi salute.
Wow.
When I heard that Elon was using like a laboratory.
Up, bro.
Right?
It's up. It's over because I saw I thought the Nazi salute was kind of cute. You know what I mean? Because it was like, oh shit, he did a Nazi salute. You know what I'm saying? I didn't respect the fact that he didn't say that he did a Nazi salute because that would have been cool. Like, yeah, I did a Nazi salute. Bet.
Yeah, he didn't say it, so he's.
Yeah.
So that's why who gives a shit? If you're gonna do a Nazi salute, it's because you're a proud Nazi. Yeah. But then if you don't say you're a proud Nazi, then it's not even a Nazi salute in my book.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't respect it. You don't respect it. It's like, oh shit, it's another. And then now, see, I'm telling, because I was about to get a Tesla not too long ago, probably about 6 months ago. Then the election happened. I was like, I started seeing strange shit. And now I'm finding out that he's not fucking none of his bitches. Elon.
Yeah.
Come on, that's the problem. That's why you guys aren't procreating, dude. That's crazy.
It's super.
And I heard you're speaking up for Italy because you know Italy. I think in one of the northern Italy states, I think Naples, in one of the major cities, the hospitals they did not have a birth for a whole month. This is facts.
Holy shit!
A whole month, you know, because they're not fucking, man.
Damn.
That's wild.
Put those nipples to use in Naples, all right?
But Elon put a lot of money into, you know, Italy's infrastructure to kind of promote, you know,
to promote sex,
to promote babies being born, white babies, not Nigerian babies. There's a lot of Nigerian babies in Italy, you know, but he was promoting for Italian babies to be born, not Nigerian babies.
And Italians are really just white.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, should we go to the next video here?
Hell yeah.
Oh, let me turn that off while I scroll through it.
Why is that relevant? Because
this one is Jordan Peterson getting owned.
Oh yeah, you guys know who Jordan Peterson is? Okay, like the chat up if you guys know. So okay, one thing about Jordan Peterson, dog. He's always been kind of weird to me. Okay, all right. He's sitting over here crying in front of people. It's like, come on, dude. I'm not for men not displaying emotions and crying, you know. But it's like, come on, dude. You know, and
he was crying on his podcast.
Yeah, he was crying on one of his podcasts over some bitch shit. But riddle me this, Jordan. How can you be an intellectual leader and you take psych drugs, bro? How the fuck does that work? How can you be an intellectual leader and you taking psych drugs?
Yeah, should we credit the drugs for those intellectual thoughts then?
You're telling people how they should process their emotions, and you're taking drugs just so you can bear with your emotions.
Wow. And what's he telling people? Like, what's what's he telling people?
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's like, come on, dude. Like, you're on psych. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if anybody's on psych medication.
Yeah, don't tell me how to think if you're on psych meds, all right?
That's what I'm saying.
You worry about you.
It's nothing wrong if you're on psych meds, because I know some really good people that take them to function, and that's cool, but they stay in a fucking place. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, you take psych meds. Fuck out of here, dude. You're tripping right now. Go in your little box, okay? Eat your cookies or whatever the fuck you need to calm down as you take your psych meds. Definitely drink water, because water always helps you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, why am I paying money for you to tell me what the fuck I'm not doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you taking psych meds. So, yeah. So Jordan Peterson, he got put on his ass. He got put on his cheeks. Hey, the young
kids, they know what's up. They're really political, I think.
They're fierce, man.
Yeah, they're really into politics, which is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe we'll finally get some good politicians, but in like 60 years, I guess.
So,
you go to a Catholic church, I'm sure you've attended recently. You're interested in Catholicism, aren't you?
Sure.
All right. Are you familiar with their doctrines?
Somewhat.
Okay, you're
Their
familiar.
doctrines are very
how do they
deep.
regard Mary?
Why are you asking me that?
Because you're a Christian.
Why are you asking
You
me
say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, what is this? Is this Christians versus atheists?
I don't know.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
and I mean
either you're a
'cause
Christian
I won't
or you're
talk
not.
to you if you're a smartass.
Oh, either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either of them, but I don't have to tell you.
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video.
He's cooking
You're
them.
really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing. Right? You're not a Christian.
Okay, I'm done with him.
Hey, that dude was a savage, man.
Got him.
That dude was a savage, man.
That
was like a kung fu. That was like a kung fu. You remember the? Shaolin. Hey, that young dude cooked him.
Yeah.
He was on his ass.
And why wouldn't he say he's that's just a guy who's being needlessly combative. Like,
dude, he's a pussy, man.
You came onto the show that's called Christians versus Atheists or whatever,
Jordan
right?
Peterson is a pussy, dog.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's obvious, and it's nothing wrong with being a pussy, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But but not if you're like trying to act like you're the most manliest alpha male out there, and like, I don't know if that's what Jordan Peterson, he seems like he's part of that whole crew of like,
he talks too much, man. I don't know if that's not what I get from where these, part of the whole alpha male crew.
Oh, he's not. I don't know why I got him mixed up with that. I don't really follow him at all, so I don't.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he has a lot of strong point of views, about stuff, about how women choose their mate. You know what I mean?
Whoa, what does he say about that?
He talks about the whole social hierarchy. What does he call it? The goddamn, I don't know
the Laszlo theory of needs or something. And those freaking psychologist guy always like to bring that shit up.
Yeah, dude, I have to, if I trash him, I need to do my research.
Okay, let's just go to another video here.
Let's go to another video, man. But anyways, Jordan Peterson, man, come on, man, you need to man up, dog. You need to man up, bro. And I don't know if you know about his daughter, but the way Joe Rogan was under him pitching her questions, oh my God. You want to get mad?
His daughter?
Watch Joe Rogan interviewing Michaela Peterson. She's very
So his
pretty.
daughter is also in the same space that he's in?
Very pretty. Yeah, she's very pretty, but she married a guy, divorced him, certain things happened. I think she was cheating. I don't know, man.
She was cheating?
I don't know, man. She was being a crazy bitch, man. Do your research out there, man.
Alright, let's watch this video.
So it's now been about 3 months since me and my ex split, and I'm realizing that I cannot afford my lifestyle.
It took you 3
so
months,
much
huh?
to the point where I actually miss that ugly cheater so much right now. Let that be the last time I decide to play detective or ask too many questions, cause I can't do this.
Yeah, exactly. You should just let it be on the low. He was probably fucking some strange, weird pussy. You know what I'm saying? Some little dirt bag. You know what I'm saying? And he spent money on you. He loved you.
Yeah.
You know, and he fucked you too. You know what I'm saying? But he talked to you. You know, he came home to you. You know what I'm saying? He loved on your kids, probably. He probably loved on your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad. He was probably a good dude for the most part.
But if you find somebody that's cheating on you and you stay with them, you're either a cuck or you have no self-respect. Right.
No, a woman's not a cuck if she stays with her dude. What are you talking about?
Oh, I guess a woman can't
be a cuck.
Yeah.
You say, what are you talking about, Keith? That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
So then what is it? So, okay. So a woman, so there's no woman who gets off on watching like her man.
Oh yeah, women do get off on that, but it's not called a cuck.
Oh, what's that called?
It's called a woman that's cool as fuck. Come on, man. Jeez, don't do that, bro. Yeah, it's not a cuck. No, it's not a cuck.
So when people were calling Hillary Clinton a cuck, you didn't believe that. You didn't go with that when people were like, "Oh, Hillary Clinton, she's a cuck."
No, Hillary Clinton's not. She's not even cool as fuck. You feel me? She got mad at Bill for getting a little shit.
No, she didn't. She stayed with him.
She stayed with him, but she was mad, bro.
You could tell,
You could tell, bro. Even now, they're not even together. She's still thinking about that.
I feel like the whole reason she ran for president was because she's like,
That's the only way.
I could, like, they kept having arguments, and he's like, listen, baby, I know, but I'm the president of the United. And she's like, you act like that's such a hard job. I could be president of the United States too. I'll prove it to you. That's what she seems like. That's
Exactly, dude. She stayed. The only reason why she stayed with Bill is because she wanted to be president, and it didn't work. And she was like, "Fuck this nigga." You don't see her feeding him berries. You don't see him free, like walking around, walking the little ugly little dogs.
No,
you know what I'm saying.
So it was a political decision that
vacations in the Ozarks.
Yeah,
you don't see none of that.
No,
she left them.
No, she didn't seem happy
and
either.
Their daughter, she don't even got a dude.
Chelsea Clinton?
Chelsea Clinton.
I hope she doesn't go into politics. Good Lord.
Oh, no, she can't go into politics. It's impossible.
Oh, it is?
If she's
a felon?
It's impossible. She doesn't want to go into politics.
Good.
She can't get into politics.
The Obama kids, I don't know, maybe that'd be cool. But I really don't want to have families that just keep getting elected presidents. You know, that's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like the whole reason we're not fucking England anymore.
Yeah, right. Obama, he had 2 girls. He don't got no dudes. So,
you know, I actually fuck with Michelle Obama. Like, if she ran for president, I think that would rule. But she doesn't even like politics.
Hell no! You don't want you want Michelle to be president?
I would, yeah.
Fuck no!
I think she kind of is like she takes no shit.
Okay.
Given her, I mean, dude, given the choice between Hillary or Kamala, or I mean, you wouldn't want. She seems like a real one, because my whole thing is she hates politics, right? She doesn't want any. She kind of stayed out of the public eye, really. I mean. Not really. I guess she had a shit.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know, so if she hates politics, that means she would do good, I think.
Okay, I have very strong beliefs when it comes to politics, dog. Very, very strong beliefs.
Yeah, same.
Me personally, and we're gonna get into it because we came at an impasse. Because I do see that if I had to pick for somebody to be president at this time, Michelle Obama would be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the reason why I say fuck no is because I think Michelle Obama has a good heart, and I personally think, and why I have extreme views. My dad, we got in an argument about this, and he hit me over the head with a pot. But I think that black people should get out of politics, man.
What?
100%, dog. I think that black people should 100% get out of politics. I think we should get into local politics, but fuck that. America is a different type of ship, You know what I mean? And me personally, you know, I'm just into digital assets, stacking chips, you know what I'm saying? Watching over my bitches, you know? And that's not like women or whatever. That's my digital asset. That's my businesses. That's my creative endeavors. You know what I'm saying? That's my homies. You know what I'm saying? That's my kids. You feel what I'm saying? I'm into building multiple streams of revenues and blasting off.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kicking it with my cousins in Igbo land. You know what I'm saying? Going back to Belize, I kicked it down there 14 days. You know what I'm saying?
You were? They speak English there, right?
Yeah, they do, for sure. And it's a lot of Indian folks out in Belize, baby.
Really?
Absolutely. But anyways, I have strong beliefs over politics. But at this time, I would love for Michelle to come through. I was never really a Trump supporter. I actually like Trump. I don't like Trump anymore. We might talk about that if you want to.
Where did
y'all
he
heard
lose
it
you?
here, baby. Black people should get the fuck out of politics and start stacking that chips.
Did you vote for Trump the first time?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, who would have done that?
I didn't vote Trump. No, I hated Trump at that time. But this time, I felt a little differently.
This time you liked him? Oh, because he was pro digital assets.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
that's
It is
like,
what
yo,
it is.
Elizabeth Warren.
I was just gonna. God damn it, bro.
We're on the same wavelength,
yeah,
dude.
go ahead.
Because she likes to act like she's this person of the people. Oh, I'm like trying to support consumers. I have a consumer protection agency. Meanwhile, when consumers are trying to get out of the fucking thumb of the Federal Reserve, which is again a private bank, when people are trying to escape the crushing weight of the corporate landscape that's forcing us into poverty, depleting the value of our money, when people are trying to escape the financial institutions that forced them out of their houses, that have destroyed really Main Street and their whole country because they're concentrating their power in a very small group of individuals. When people want to escape that and go, hey, here's a currency that there's a finite amount of it. All right, some fucking Jerome Powell can't just hit a button and print 9 trillion more, completely devaluing the money. Like, they can't do that. There's a fixed value. When somebody wants to do that, oh, now little old Elizabeth Warren, who's for the working man, who's for the consumer protection, now she's like, no, you can't do that. There's Bitcoin, it's so dangerous. Criminals are using it, and it's mad. Whose interest do you have at heart, lady? Because it's not the little guy. It's not the people who are trying to break free of these capitalist corporate financial institutions who have done nothing for us in the last 100 years since they became an organization in 1913 when the Federal Reserve became an organization. When people want to try to escape that bullshit, oh, now we got Elizabeth Warren coming in just to put the kibosh on that. Well, I say get her out of politics, all right?
Elizabeth Warren, you could back up 2 spaces. Okay?
Also, she tried to throw Bernie under the bus in the 2020 election. She tried to act like he was some type of misogynist or some shit. Yeah.
She was playing dirty ball,
her team put out a whole story. Yeah. Her team put out a whole interview where she was like, yeah, Bernie told me to get out of the race back in 2016. He said he didn't think a woman could win. Like, really, Bernie Sanders, a guy who's been fucking about the same core beliefs since the 1960s. There's a picture of him getting fucking arrested by police during like a civil rights march. That Bernie Sanders was saying some anti-woman shit. Really? Is that really how that conversation went down? Fucking liar.
Hey, Elizabeth Warren.
Fake fucking Native American piece of shit.
Elizabeth Warren reminds me of that, that substitute teacher that comes in that wants to control everything. What's your name?
Well, substitute teachers do have to take roll call. That's why they have to ask the name. I mean, that's not being controlling of everything. I mean, I'm not.
Listen, when I was in grade school, you know, I do to a Elizabeth Warren bitch, substitute teacher bitch. She'd say your name. You know, she'd call your name in the roll call.
Yeah.
And then all
goes,
my
Daryus.
Yeah. No, all my friends, it'd be like 7 or 8 of us. I'm like, hey man, don't y'all say nothing if you say our name, right? So it's like 28 kids in the class, and she does a roll call, and only 19 say something, and she's just looking at us like, okay, what's going on? You guys aren't saying who your name is, and then we just be looking at her like this. And then
you get marked absent, and then you have to go tell the office, hey, I didn't actually ditch school that day. I just got marked absent because I refused to give my name to a teacher.
No, that isn't what happened. She knows that we're in a fucking class. So now she's trying to figure it out. So she tells one of us, hey man, what's your name? Seriously, stand up, what's your name? And then one of us will get up and be like, I'm Optimus Prime, bitch. I'm Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just fuck with that. We just fuck with substitute teachers like you, Elizabeth Warren.
Well, hey, Elizabeth Warren is a piece of shit, but don't put substitute teachers in the same fucking category as Elizabeth Warren. I mean, I resent.
It's a certain type back in the 90s.
Welcome to the Dirty House.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's dope.
Dirty House. Dirty House.
Dude, but that's like the typical like 90s fucking teacher, bro. Like in, I'm not gonna say just Northern California, but that's where I grew up at, But that was like the teacher, just like, your white lady that thought that she could relate with everybody.
Thinking that she's liberal, but actually doing way more damage to.
Thinking she can relate with everybody. Oh yeah, that. Oh, I got that. Oh, I had braids before. Oh, I'm Native American. Oh, I'm a hoe. Oh,
yeah.
I used to suck fucking crack.
Yeah.
But anyways.
But yeah.
Elizabeth Warren.
But also, just tell the substitute teachers your real name. Don't, man. I mean, come on. They got to check off the name on the list. Just give them your real name. I mean,
those assholes with those kids, man. Come on, bro. That was damn near 30 years ago.
Yeah. No. I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking. If there are any viewers watching this who are, I don't know why you'd be watching this if you're still in
You know
school.
what? Keith is right, man. Don't be doing that to your teacher. That's not cool.
Unless they deserve it. I mean, if the substitute teacher comes off as a... But if they're just trying to get your name, I mean, that's part of their job. That's how the school even gets funding, is based on attendance. So
sometimes we had cool substitute teachers. Other times we had annoying ones. And the ones that really know how to socialize with us, it didn't get too weird,
Yeah. I think people get an idea of if the person is like an Elizabeth Warren phony or like a Bernie Sanders like cool sub, Oh shit. Okay, you know what? Let's end it, dude. We've done 2.5 hours. No, 2 hours, dude. This is the longest ever live stream here.
Hey, AVAX, digital asset junkies. Make sure you pick up some AVAX. Always load up on some ICP. Definitely pick up on some XRP so you can borrow against your tokens.
I don't have any investment advice this week. I gave you the NVIDIA last week, and you could have made thousands, maybe even millions of dollars if you had played your cards right and listened to me. So I don't feel like I gotta give you a prediction every week. I do think we're gonna keep going up. Okay, fine. Let me just do my market prediction.
He's so thorough. You don't have to do the market. He has to do it. He just said it out loud, so y'all just wait real quick.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say by the next episode because that's 1 week from now, but
into the next episode.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. By next week's episode, we're
guys are dangerous.
The markets are like S&P 500, Nasdaq, all the major indices will be testing all-time highs by next week. We'll be testing all-time highs. I'm not saying we're gonna be at all-time highs, but we're gonna be within 200 to 300 points from all-time highs on NASDAQ. You heard it here first. All right, so by next Thursday, NASDAQ will be around around 22,200, between 22,200 to all-time highs of 22,400. So you heard it here, calling it. It's not investment advice, just investment suggestions here on Digital Asset Junkies. All right, thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. All right.